Walking through beat Rakish. Walking through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips, when I pop off the like Hummus C-dip. Echo back with the flip.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. All right, now, Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
No, check. Patriot.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
All right, here we go.
Here's Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it'll work for big yardage.
He'll get it up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Irving able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watching that, Barney! Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Rosen to throw on second down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The give is to Elliott. And an alley to run. Down to about the 22 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down.
Set.
They go play action. It's Rosen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Blue landed.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, here's Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. David Irving in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away to his left, and he gets it down to the 32. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll look to throw. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. J.J. Nelson now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go. 3-19.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, Rosen. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Hot!
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big 30-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Marcus Golden in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Chris Thompson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Nelson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Marcus Golden in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Again, it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Powerful running. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Again to Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Emmanuel Sanders, 47 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun! Set! 3-19.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
Now Rosen on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Rosen on 1st and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Leopard!
They'll run with Elliott. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Farmer. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Play action here with Rosen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll indeed take a knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Cowboys, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Money back. Money back.